Hi, boys and girls. Happy Monday. The book I'm going to read to you today is called Farmer Ham 2. And with June right around the corner, I'm going to start reading a lot more graduation books and kindergarten books and adding a lot more fun new activities to the Facebook page. And if you have a book that you would like me to read, please don't hesitate. Comment on the video on Facebook or wherever, or direct message me, whatever you'd like, and I'll see if I have it and I can read it for you. So today is Farmer Ham 2. The crows were unhappy. They were unhappy because, as usual, they were moping around a muddy field of sprouts. All day long, they would sit in the muddy field of sprouts, dreaming of their old cornfield. "I think I'm sprouting green feathers," one crow said. "That's nothing," moaned another. "I'm going to sprout of my mind." "We've got to get Sprout of here," screeched another, jumping up and down in a mushy sprout. "Why don't you?" said a stranger, sitting on the fence, just over the hill in a field full of plump, juicy, golden corn. "But a great big monster guards it," shouted all the crows at once. "Does it really?" said the stranger. "Follow me." And off he flew. The stranger landed on the shoulder of a scarecrow in Farmer Ham's cornfield, but the rest of the crows were too scared to do the same. "There's nothing to be frightened of," he said, pecking the scarecrow's head. "It's just a big, ugly doll." All the crows looked at each other, grinned, and started shouting, "Silly old Farmer Ham!" Farmer Ham had just finished plowing his potato field when he noticed what was happening in his cornfield. One of the crows saw him and said, "Look who it is! Should we leave him any corn?" said another. "Yeah," said a third. The one on his big toe." And the crows laughed, shouting, "Silly old Farmer Ham!" The next day, Farmer Ham was up very early, and as all the crows watched him, he walked into his cornfield and picked up the scarecrow. "Do you think the scarecrow is ill?" said one of the crows. "Well, he has been under the weather," said another. Farmer Ham walked out of the cornfield and into his barn as all the crows laughed, shouting, "Silly old Farmer Ham!" On the third day, the crows were still in the cornfield when Farmer Ham went to his vegetable patch and picked a huge round pumpkin. "Do you think he's going to make a salad with that?" said one of the crows. "I don't know," said another, "but I'm sure he'll let us know." All the crows laughed, shouting, "Silly old Farmer Ham!" On the fourth day, Farmer Ham went into his barn and came out carrying a bag. In it was a twisted top hat, a slimy scarf, a dirty old boot, a tatty jacket, and a ripped pair of trousers. "Looks like Farmer Ham has sacked the scarecrow," said one of the crows. "It's not surprising," said another. "He wasn't outstanding in his field." All the crows laughed, and they ate corn, shouting, "Silly old Farmer Ham!" As the sun rose over the hill and the crows woke up, the scarecrow was back in the cornfield once again. "As if we'd never be scared by that big, ugly doll a second time," said a crow. The stranger jumped up onto the scarecrow's shoulder. "It looks even uglier than I remember," he said, and the crows started laugh, shouting, "Silly old Farmer Ham!" Slowly, the scarecrow's head turned and looked at the crows. The crows looked back, wide-eyed and open-beaked with terror, as the scarecrow shouted, "Boo!" Farmer Ham watched as all the terrified crows flew off, desperate to get as far away as possible from the monster in the cornfield. When he was sure they had all gone, he carefully took the howled-out pumpkin off his head and smiled. Clever old Farmer Ham. The end. So I hope you enjoyed that book, and remember to always check out the Facebook page for some fun activities.